Hello, my friends. My name is Melissa from Melissa's Struggling Walk with Jesus. I'm over here in Fort Scott, Kansas on my lunch hour and everything. It's about 12:07 in the afternoon. I'm here sharing the Word of God with you by using the Amplified Holy Bible and the Navigator's Bible reading plan with you, and I'm going to be sharing in this video Joshua chapters 18 and 19. So Joshua chapter 18 starts, the title is Rest of the Land Divided, and it says, Then the whole congregation of the Israelites assembled at Shiloh in the tribal territory of Ephraim, and set up the tent of meeting there, and the land was subdued before them. Verse 2, There remained among the Israelites 7 tribes who had not yet divided their inheritance. In verse 2, where it says the number 7, this is Benjamin, Simon, Zebulun, Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and Dan. Verse 3, So Joshua asked them, How long will you put off entering to take possession of the land which the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you? Provide for yourselves 3 men from each tribe, so that I may send them, and that they may go through the land and write a description of it with regard to their tribal inheritance. Then they shall return to me. Verse 5, They shall divide it into 7 parts. The tribe of Judah shall remain in its territory on the south, and the house of Joseph shall remain in its territory on the north, where it says house in verse 5. For example, the tribe of Ephraim and the half-tribe of Manasseh. Verse 6, You shall describe the land in 7 divisions, and bring the description here to me. I will cast lots for you here before the Lord our God, where it says before the Lord in verse 6. This was an important acknowledgement that the outcome of the lot casting would be controlled by God. It was not a matter of random selection. All right, verse 7. But the Levites have no portion among you, because the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh also have received their inheritance eastward beyond the Jordan, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them, where it says their inheritance. The priests received their sustenance from the various offerings that the people were compelled to bring. Check out Leviticus chapter 6, verses 26 and 29, and Leviticus chapter 7, verses 6 through 10. Verse 8, So the men arose and went on their way, and Joshua commanded those who went to describe the land, saying, Go and walk throughout the land and describe it, and return to me, and I will cast lots for you here before the Lord in Shiloh. So the men set out and passed through the land and described it by cities in 7 divisions in a book. And they came back to Joshua to the camp at Shiloh. Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord. And there Joshua divided the land to the sons of Israel, to each tribe according to their portions. All right, Joshua chapter 18, starting with verse 11, is the territory of Benjamin, and it says, Now the allotment of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin came up according to their families, and the territory of their lot fell between the tribes of the sons of Judah and the sons of Joseph. On the north side the border began at the Jordan, then it went up the slope of Jericho on the north, and up through the hill country westward, and it ended at the Beth-aven wilderness. Then the border continued southward toward Luz, to the slope of Luz, that is Bethel. Then the border went down to Atorath Adar, by the hill that lies south of lower Beth Horon. The border changed course from there and turned around on the western side southward from the hill that lies to the south opposite Beth Horon. It ended at Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, a city of the tribe of the sons of Judah. This formed the western side of Benjamin's territory. The southern side was from the edge of Kiriath-Jearim, and the border went on westward and went to the source of the waters of Nephtoah. Then the border went down to the edge of the hill overlooking the valley of Ben-Hinnom, the son of Hinnom, which is at the north end of the valley of Rephaim, and it descended to the valley of Hinnom, south to the slope of the Jebusite, and went on down to En-Rogel. Then it turned toward the north and went on to En-Shemesh, and on to Geliloth, which is opposite the ascent of Adummim, and it went down to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. It continued to the north to the side opposite Beth Araba, and went down to the Araba. The border continued along to the north of the slope of Beth Hoglah, and the border ended at the northern bay of the Salt, or Dead Sea, at the south end of the Jordan. This was the southern border. And the Jordan River was its border on the east side. This was the inheritance of the sons of Benjamin, according to their families and according to its borders all around. Now the cities of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin, according to their families, were Jericho, and Beth Hoglah, and Emek-Kezez, and Beth Araba, and Zemarim, and Bethel, and Avim, and Para, and Ophrah, and Shepher Ammoni, and Ophni, and Geba, 12 cities with their villages. Gibeon, and Ramah, and Baroth, and Mizpah, and Chephirah, and Moza, and Rechem, and Erpil, and Taralah, and Zalah, Hilaph, and the Jebusite, that is Jerusalem, Gibeah, Kiriath, 14 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin, according to their families, clans. All right, we're going to move on to chapter 19, and this is the territory of Simon, and it says, Then the second lot fell to Simon, to the tribe of the sons of Simon, according to their families and clans, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the sons of Judah. So they had as their inheritance Beersheba or Sheba and Moladah, and Hazar-Shual and Bela and Azim, and El-Tolad and Bethel and Hormah, and Ziklag and Beth-Markaboth and Hazar-Susah, and Beth-Leboeth and Sherahin, 13 cities with their villages, Ain, Rimmon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities with their villages. And all the villages which were around these cities, as far as Belath-beer, Ramah of the Negev, south country. This was the inheritance of the tribes of the sons of Simon according to their families. The inheritance of the sons of Simon was taken from the portion of the sons of Judah, for the share of the sons of Judah was too large for them. So the sons of Simon received an inheritance within Judah's inheritance. All right, Joshua chapter 19, starting with verse 10, is the territory of Zebulun. And it says, The third lot came up for the tribe of the sons of Zebulun, according to their families. The territory of their inheritance extended to Sarid. Then its border went up westward and on to Merilah, and reached to Dabsheth, and reached to the brook east of Jokneam. Then it turned from Sarid east toward the sunrise, as far as the border of Chesloth Tabar, and it proceeded to Debereth, and on up to Japhia. From there it continued east toward the sunrise to Gath-Hepher, and to Eth-Kazin, and proceeded to Rimmon, which turns toward Neah. In verse 13, where it says Gath-Hepher, for example, this is the birthplace of Jonah. Verse 14. The border circled in on the north to Hanathon, ending at the valley of Etahel. Included were Kedah, and Nahilel, and Shimron, and Adalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the sons of Zebulun according to their families. These cities with their villages. All right, Joshua chapter 19, starting with verse 17, is the title is Territory of Issachar. And it says, the fourth lot fell to the tribe of Issachar, to the sons of Issachar, according to their families. Their territory included Jezreel, and Chesulaph, and Shunem, and Ephraim, and Sheon, and Ahareth, and Rabbath, and Kishion, and Abez, and Ramoth, and En-Ganim, and En-Hadah, and En-Hadah, and Beth-Pazez. The border reached to Tamar, and Shehazumah, and Beth-Shemesh, and the border ended at the Jordan. 16 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribes of the sons of Issachar, according to the families, the cities, and their villages. Joshua chapter 19, starting with verse 24, is the territory of Asher, and it says, the fifth lot fell to the tribe of the sons of Asher, according to their families. Their territory was Helkath, and Haley, and Beton, and Achsaph, and Elimelech, and Amad, and Mashal, and on the west it reached to Carmel and to Shihor Libnath. Then it turned eastward to Beth Dagan, and reached Zebulun and the valley of Iftahel, northward to Beth Emek and Neiel, and continued in the north to Kabul, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Haman, and Cana, as far as Great Sidon. Then the border turned to Ramah, reaching to the fortified city of Tyre, and it turned to Hasa, and it ended at the Mediterranean Sea at the region of Akzib. Included were Irma, and Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribes of the sons of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. All right, Joshua chapter 19, starting with verse 32, is the territory of Naphtali, and it says, the sixth lot fell to the tribe of the sons of Naphtali, according to their families. Their border ran from Heleph, from the oak in Zaanannim, and Adami Nekeb, and Jabneel, as far as Lakum, and it ended at the Jordan. Then the border turned westward to Esnath Tamar, and went from there to Hukok, and it reached Zebulun on the south, and it reached Asher on the west, and to Judah toward the east at the Jordan. These fortified cities were Zidon, Zur, and Hamath, Rekath, and Chinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazar, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and in Hazar, and Yaron, and Migdal El, Horem, and Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. Now this was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. All right, Joshua chapter 19, starting with verse 40, is the territory of Dan. The seventh lot fell to the tribe of the sons of Dan, according to their families. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Ir-Shemesh, and Shalabim, and Ajalon, and Ithla, and Elon, and Timnah, and Ekron, and Eltekeh, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Jared, and Ben-Barak, and Gath-Rimmon, and Mejarkon, and Racon, with the territory opposite Joppa. The territory of the sons of Dan went beyond these, so the sons of Dan went up to fight against Shem, which Laish, and captured it. Then they struck it with the edge of the sword and took possession of it, and settled there between the tribes of Naphtali and Manasseh. They renamed Lashem Dan, after the name of their father, ancestor Dan. Check out Judges chapter 1, verse 34, and Judges chapter 18, verses 7 through 10, and verse 27. In verse 47, where it says, went beyond, the tribe of the sons of Dan were unable to possess and control their original territory, whose native inhabitants were the Amorites and the Philistines. Also in verse 47, where it says renamed, other Bible literatures uses the word called. All right, verse 48. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Dan, according to their families and clans, these cities with their villages. And when they had finished dividing the land for inheritance by its borders, the Israelites gave an inheritance among them to Joshua the son of Nun. According to the command of the Lord, they gave him the city for which he asked, Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. So he built the city and settled in it. These were the inheritance which Eleazar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the households of the tribes of the sons of Israel distributed by lot in Shiloh, before the Lord, at the doorway of the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing the land. That is all of Joshua chapter 18 and 19, my friends.